DOT stands for Designs of the Time, and it's a year-long initiative that happens in different regions around the UK. It's originated from the Design Council in London, and in Cornwall it's in partnership with Cornwall Council and University College Falmouth, and nationally with the Technology Strategy Board. Designs of the Time think tank has been looking at what are the emerging areas of design practice. Our event has been at the Bedrython Steps Hotel, and we've chosen it quite specifically because of its sustainability credentials. We've had an amazing experience. It's been a phenomenal conference where we've actually been able to talk not just about the issues, but we've been able to showcase Cornwall. We've had people from all around Europe come to Cornwall to actually talk about the future of design. People like Ezio Manzini, who's at Milano Polytechnic in Italy, John Thackeray from France, as well as others from around Switzerland and obviously in the UK, individuals like Nabil Hamdi, who's really renowned for some of his work in architecture and development.
Time and again, I get asked by students of all kinds of design, we love design, but how can we become relevant? Indicating the distance that there seems to be between the activity and some of the global issues that are going on out there. And here I invoke my old colleague John Turner's wonderful quote that I use liberally all the time. I know what a house is, yeah, clearly, but what does a house do?
I always said that DOT is a very, very internationally important and interesting frame, because in my view, it is a tentative to do something on social innovation, design for social innovation, that try to move from a first level of intervention toward what I call a second level, a second degree of the intervention of designers in social innovation.
There's been a huge amount of things talked about. A lot of the things we've been talking about really are about the way that design relates to the kind of global economic and social environment. And so there are huge changes there, and as you would expect, there are huge changes for design. And so we kind of think that design is at the heart of some of the solutions to these big problems, and that the creativity of designers can help us tackle some of these big issues. Events like this are really important because the really interesting things are happening in the moment. They're the things that are emerging, and those conversations really happen person to person. And so it's all about the networking, it's all about people getting into the ideas and contributing to the ideas. Whatever you read in a book is already out of date, and so the really hot topics are the things that are just going to come out in the event itself. And so we wanted to put together amazing people and allow the issues to actually emerge.
In the bad old days, we started with designer-centered design, and then we were enlightened and we moved to user-centered design, and then we got even more sophisticated and said, you know what, let's design with, not just for, and then finally we're really saying, for all the reasons that have been mentioned already, co-production. It's not even enough to design things together, we now must produce them and must run these sort of services, especially very particular types of services and products perhaps.
Designers have been great at the scaling up to the global level, but how do we teach people to scale down to the local level to give people the tools to create their own communities?
I really want to just say 4 things about what happened yesterday. The first point is design practice is changing and it needs to change. The second point is that, given the first point, working in an interdisciplinary way will be very important. But there is no interdisciplinarity without disciplines. All of this has implications for how we educate, train and provide professional support for designers. The final point concerns the distinct and distinctive context of Cornwall.
I think Cornwall's got an amazing history in terms of creativity and industry, and is a really ingenious place. And what we're trying to bring is really that to the modern era. And so this year for Cornwall is the Year of Design, and it's about tapping into the existing practice but then also shaking that up by bringing in different thinking from around the world. I think the most important outcome is really about individuals being on a kind of journey where they're learning and thinking about what they're doing. And so it's really about them and the knowledge and the networking and the relationships that they're building across the different kind of people who were there.
Fantastic to be around such a eclectic bunch of guys and girls. Just been brilliant sort of hearing different sort of perspectives on design, emerging design, things that are happening all around the world. It's just really inspirational to be here.
I think the event was really great for bringing people together, as conferences do, and actually creating all kind of ideas to do things after the conference.
Quite interesting to see that a lot of people talk the talk, but not so many can put it into action.
I think the theme that's been running through for me today is about the sort of role of the designer as expert still within that process, and not to just become the sort of facilitator who allows sort of consensus.